putting together an order on Quadratech and needed a few more dollars for free shipping, and I came across these. These are power heated side view mirrors for a 97 to 01 Cherokee. So I did a little bit of reading about them, and apparently if you already have power mirrors, then you're golden. The wiring's already there. So we got to get this little panel off. In order to get this off, we need to take the panel off. So let's start with this little screw right here. Now the one in the door handle, and the 3 across the bottom edge. When you're removing a door panel, it's pretty much inevitable that you're going to break some of those original factory plastic clips, so just be prepared to replace them. Napa's got a pretty decent selection of them. Just slip a pry tool in behind and start prying out, and you'll feel where the tab is, and you can kind of pop out where it is all the way around. The top of the door panel kind of hooks over the metal, but we can't just pull it straight up. There's a pin here and a pin there. It's like a plastic guide pin. So we need to pull the door panel out and then up, and it'll come right off. Now there's one little screw right here, and there's one of those little plastic insert tabs right here. You can pry in behind it and pop it out. And you can see there's a slot for it where you can reach your tool in, hook onto it, and pull it out so you don't break this thing off. You can poke your tool directly through the foam to access the screws. I just peel it right off with a razor knife. What the plug looks like, it's just got this little locking tab. You pull that up and separate them. Alright, so it looks like the factory mirror harness has 4 wires, and the harness that stays in the vehicle has 2 extras, 6 wires. So it's got a blue with a yellow stripe and a black wire. I want to test those for power. I'm just using a 12-volt test light. Got the other end grounded. And nothing. I'm going to energize the ignition. Try it again. Still nothing. All right, with the ignition energized, I'm going to hit some switches. Okay, that one's got power when I hit a button. Next one over on the top row. There we go, got power. All the way right on the top row, power. Bottom left, power. This is the first of the unused wires from our previous mirror. Nothing. And the bottom right, nothing. I'm going to try turning on the fan and the defroster. Try those last 2. Nothing. Let me hit that switch for the rear window defroster. Oh yeah. Alright, so that blue with the yellow stripe looks like the one that's got power, and the other one I'm assuming is a ground. So it should work with the key on and the rear defroster button depressed. Alright, so we got 3 screws. They're T30 Torx. So back them out of there. And when you get to the end, you want to pull them out with a magnet. So I bet these things would just love to drop down in your door panel. Hold the mirror up on the last screw just so it doesn't fall, and then feed that plug through. So here's the OEM mirror, threaded metal inserts, and this nice little rubber boot on here. The aftermarket one I got from Quadratech. No threaded metal inserts and no rubber boot on the end. They did offer another set. These were $50. They had a set of crown ones for about $100 a piece. I don't know if they have threaded metal inserts or not. I think I'll add my own metal inserts. Healy coil. Here's how Healy coil works. Say you strip out the screws on that mirror, you hit something, a tree, a branch, whatever, that tears the mirror off the side of your vehicle. You want to use the same screws to put it back on. You drill out to 17/64. Then you tap it with the provided tap, and this little insert is your new set of threads. That gets threaded in with this cool little tool. Drilling this out by hand is not really a big deal. If you were doing an engine part that was a critical part, you'd really want to do it at least in a drill press and make sure it's level and perfect, but plastic mirror, not a big deal. You want to just set it in your little tool, tighten her down. Not really important on plastic, gonna use it anyway. A little bit of cutting oil, help it slide down in there. Just start it nice and easy and try to keep it perfectly straight the way that screw would normally be going in there. Once you get it started, the tap will kind of take over. You thread the gila coil onto the tool until it bottoms out. Then you want to take that and get it started in that hole you've tapped out. Run it on in there nice and easy. I ran it all the way into the bottom. You can run it in as far as you've tapped it and then snap that little tab on the bottom off. Smack it with a screwdriver or punch whatever, they break right off. I'm going to test it for depth with that screw. Looks like it's in there a little far, but it should still have plenty of threads to grab on. I'm just not going to thread the next 2 in as deep. Alright, there it is. Good to go. Alright, got that boot swapped out. Let's install the sucker. Feed that wire through and pull it on into the boot. Stuff that boot in. Just holding it in place. Got the screw ready. Let's start on the top one. Got them all in. Just go ahead and snug them down. Got this roll of household insulation with the stick-on backing. Just gonna put it on here. All right, that works for me. Add a little bit of dielectric grease, plug her in. Got the ignition powered up. Oh, looks like it works. Putting it back together, make sure to pull these clips off and stick them back onto the door panel before you pop it on. Well, that's it. If you've got a 97 to 2001 XJ Cherokee and you've got power mirrors, you can add these. Piece of cake. Thanks for watching.